Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, the taste of Bermuda.
Coming up on Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, we look at some great places to play in New England. We'll visit the Ranch Golf Club in Southwick, Massachusetts, and we trek to Maine and visit Sugarloaf and Belgrade Lakes. In New Hampshire, we'll travel to the Overlook in Owl's Nest. Plus, we'll end up at Acushnet River Valley on the south coast of Massachusetts. Welcome to Golf Destination. I'm Meredith Gorman. Today we visit some great places to play in New England. Let's start off in Maine and the spectacular Sugarloaf Golf Course.
Proper tee selection is a must, so before you tee it up, you may want to play one tee marker group up if it's your first time playing at Sugarloaf. The opening hole is a precursor of things to come. Place the ball in the fairway with a 3-wood. Don't try and gamble on this par 4 that can be stretched to 421 yards. The second hole is a 3-shot par 5. A brook protects the right side of the fairway. You'll hit over that brook for your second shot. The green has 4 bunkers protecting it. The third is a nice par 3 that you should play between 170 and 190 yards. The green is very contoured with a bunker awaiting shots hit to the left. Hit the ball down the right side of the fairway on the par 5 fourth. It's possible to reach it in 2, but the green is more receptive to lofted clubs when you hit your approach. The par 4 fifth is a challenging hole. A dogleg right straight up the hill. It is at least a 1 club difference for your approach to the green. The 6th is a demanding dogleg right par 4 that requires length and accuracy off the tee. Your approach is to an elevated green. This hole gives you your first glimpse at Sugarloaf Mountain. The 7th is a par 4 that looks tame, but it can turn on you in an instant. The green is probably the most challenging on the course. On the 8th hole, choose enough club to get over the water fronting the green. You finish the front side with a solid par 4. Bite off as much of the corner as you can stomach to put yourself in a good position for birdie. The lie on your approach may be uphill. The phrase, "the best is yet to come," is sometimes overused, but when talking about Sugarloaf's back nine, it's dead on. When you stand on the tee at the par 4 10th, you're looking at one of the prettiest golf landscapes in the country. This short par 4 is lined with 6 bunkers. Avoid those and you will then need an accurate wedge to the green. If you're long, your ball will be enjoying another Maine attraction, whitewater rafting. Could the 11th tee be the most beautiful tee shot in America? It is one of the most photographed holes. The green awaits your tee shot 128 feet below you on this par 3. The ever-present Carabasset River meanders through this hole and will continue to throughout the back nine. When your heart is stopped racing, the par 5 12th is next on your card. 2 sets of tees on either side of the river offers uniqueness to the hole. Plod along with a good drive and second shot, and you'll have an easy approach to the green. Pay attention to the pin placement. This green offers a lot of movement. The par 4 13th has 4 bunkers on it, and it is very narrow. The Carabasset River again makes an appearance on the left side of the green. The 14th is another par 4 that commands accuracy off the tee. The approach is one of the prettiest in New England as you head over the Carabasset to a green that can be easily missed. The par 3 15th is a beautiful hole. This features a shot of 170 yards over water. The 16th is the last par 5 on the course, and it offers a great chance for birdie. Your approach is to a green with 2 bunkers. Sugarloaf Mountain looks down upon you in the background. To par out at Sugarloaf, you're going to have to earn it. The 17th is a par 4 dogleg left that plays uphill. Don't be short on your approach or you'll be in the deep bunkers fronting the green. Fill out the driver on 18 and let it loose because this par 4 plays uphill. The green is surrounded by bunkers, but missed hit shots to the right will offer the opportunity to chip it on. Sugarloaf is an experience that anyone who has played golf in New England must play at least once.
Another favorite for Mainers and golfers alike is Belgrade Lakes Golf Course in the Belgrade Lakes region of Maine.
We opened the Belgrade Lakes Golf Club in 1998, and we sort of feel it was born from the ashes of another old resort that used to be in Belgrade Lakes. It was called the Belgrade. It was a 100-room hotel, a 9-hole golf course. It was just a really neat place. It burned down in 1958. The real leader of the pack, so to speak, was Mr. Harold Alfond. He is a longtime Belgrade resident, and he actually honeymooned at the old Belgrade Hotel back in the early 1900s. When we decided to build the course here, we talked to many architects, some of the finest in the world. So we did end up choosing Mr. Clark, who did a fabulous job. There is a 200-foot elevation change here at Belgrade, but there's only one real uphill tee shot. The designer, Clive Clark, just did a fabulous job in routing this golf course. Just an interesting tidbit of information, Mr. Alfond, who was probably 88 or 89 at the time, hated bunkers. Clive Clark had about 160 bunkers on the golf course. Harold wanted 17, 1 hole with none. There was some very interesting banter going back and forth, and we made Clive work for every bunker that he did get to put in. Here at Belgrade, we're not like a lot of other golf courses. We have 12 to 15-minute tee times, so there's really an uncrowded feel. The service is just as important as the product here. We take care of their bags. They receive a shuttle ride from the parking lot up.
I became director of outdoor happiness kind of just by being here a lot, playing golf here a lot. Kyle thought there might be a slot that would fit me, and it seems to fit me pretty well. I drive the shuttle and I go to the parking lot and pick people up after they've arrived and drop their clubs at the bag drop, and I just kind of chat with them while they're changing their shoes and grabbing their hat or whatever, and just get to know them a little bit and make them smile. Hope they come back and smile some more.
You really never know who's going to be showing up at Belgrade Lake. Such notables as E.B. White and Ernest Thompson summered here in Belgrade way back when. On Golden Pond was born from Ernest Thompson's time here. The mailboat still delivers mail to the lake residents. That's pretty neat. There are numerous fishing camps and cottages that rent out around here. People come in by seaplane, helicopter, boats.
This is exciting.
The town of Belgrade is really what makes this whole place special. Everything you need is in town, from a little country store to one of the finest duck restaurants in the country. There's a couple of real charming bed and breakfasts here in town, which are very popular. There's a little hotel in town, an 8-room hotel at the Village Inn, which is very popular as well. You know, we knew we had a special piece of property, but never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd be the #1 course in Maine and top 100 in the country and 5 stars from Golf Digest. That wasn't even in our dreams. So just the fact that we've gotten national recognition and been so well received has been very exciting.
Up next, we journey across the border into New Hampshire to have a look at Overlook, and we check out the Owl's Nest. Welcome back to Golf Destination. I'm Meredith Gorman. The Friel name has been synonymous with golf in New England for decades. And Friel Golf's Overlook combines the natural beauty of New Hampshire with some great golf.
Here at the Overlook, you can consider it more of an inland course. Of course, we're right along the Nashville River here, so there is some water in play that you can find quite often if you're not careful. It's an interesting layout. You don't have to hit your longest club on every hole, which is the reason I like it. You know, you kind of get a feel for all your clubs. Target golf is definitely what you need to be aware of when you come here to play. The fairway size, it varies between holes. Some of them tight, some wide open, give you a lot of room to play around out there. The greens are fairly large, so it makes it nice to be able to get up and down pretty easily. You do find some breaking putts, mostly on the backside here, but just because they're not undulated doesn't mean they're not difficult greens. Water is a big play on this course. You got water hazards, you got the river along a few of the holes out there. So you do need to be careful about that. Make sure you're arranging correctly, laying up, or if you're keen on that, going for it in two. There's fairway bunkers and green bunkers on almost every hole. Here you won't find as much elevation change except for on the front. You know, the back's relatively flat, but that doesn't mean it's not difficult out there. We have our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday league. They shotgun at 5 o'clock, play their 9 holes. They can come out beforehand and play 9 holes, so they can actually get 18 holes in on any one of those nights. It's a great time. A lot of people have been here for a really long time in those leagues, and it doesn't seem like they're slowing down at all. I can't get enough of the camaraderie between the players here. You know, we have the same people coming over and over and over again. And you know, it's great for me, it's great for everyone inside, you know, everyone's very friendly. So it's nice, we're almost like a big family here.
The Owl's Nest Golf Course in Campton, New Hampshire is a fun track in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Next, we visit the Ranch Golf Club in Southwick, Massachusetts, a Damien Pescuzzi design, when Golf Destination returns. Welcome back, I'm Meredith Gorman. Now we visit the Ranch Golf Club in Western Massachusetts. The Ranch Golf Club is nestled in the rolling terrain of Southwick, Massachusetts. This magnificent design has drawn accolades from Golf World, Golf Week, and many others. The Ranch Golf Club is a modern classic in every sense of the word. When you first pull into the ranch, you realize you're someplace special. The refurbished barns, which host the restaurant, pro shop, and function space, are unique as they are beautiful. The sprawling fairways and interesting green complexes tell the story of a designer who spent a lot of time on the property. Damian Piscuzzo, who is mostly known for his designs in the western region of the country, routed and worked on the ranch while at the Harvard Graduate School of Design. It's one of only 2 courses that he's designed east of the Mississippi River. The first hole lets you warm up. It's a sprawling, slight dogleg left par 5 that's just over 500 yards. The front 9 is made of some very impressive par 4s that require accurate drives and well-placed approaches to score well. The 9th hole, called Glacier, is a 500-plus yard par 5 that plays all downhill. Hit it right and you could have a mid-iron into the green. The 10th is a fantastic par 4 that bends slightly to the left, but it's the finishing holes at the ranch that you'll remember the most. The 16th is another downhill par 5 that plays over 600 yards. 2 good shots could have you thinking about birdie. The 17th is a great par 3 over water to a green that is cut out of a hill. Make sure your yardage is correct. You end your round with the beautifully renovated barns framing your approach. This slight dogleg left par 4 is a great framing hole and one of the best in Massachusetts. The ranch is a special place and should be on your list of places to play in Massachusetts. Next, we go to the south coast of Massachusetts to visit a Brian Silva design. Welcome back to Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm Meredith Gorman. The Acushnet River Valley Golf Course is a hidden gem in southeastern Massachusetts.
This is my first season at Acushnet River Valley Golf Course. It's really exciting for me to be the head golf professional here. Funny enough, I live about 10 minutes away from here, so this is basically, one of my local courses, my home course, if you will. I've actually played here probably a half a dozen times or more a year, just coming out to play because I do enjoy the golf course that much. It's a great layout, it's always in great shape. It's a place that I've personally enjoyed for a long time. When players first show up here and play the golf course for the first time, I think they're really pleased to find a high-quality championship golf course out here that's really comfortable for players of all ability. The golf course from the championship tees sets up at 6,800 yards and can present a real challenge for an experienced player. But on the flip side of that coin, at 5,000 yards, for a player who is maybe just getting started in the game or is looking for more relaxed pace, that's also available out here as well. The golf course itself is almost 2 golf courses in one 18-hole layout. The first 11 holes out here are basically cut out of the woods. And then all of a sudden you get to the 12th hole and you have a very open links style golf course that presents a lot of undulations, a lot of rolling greens, some rolling fairways, and it really presents a unique challenge. And then when you get to hole 18, you cut right back into the woods again for a spectacular finishing hole. You have some very large flat greens. And then you get to hole 7 and 8, some of the holes on the back, and you do come across some smaller greens with some good undulations in them. They really start to move around a little bit. So you always have to be sort of on guard out here. You never know what the golf course is going to throw at you. Very active outing calendar. We do a lot of group events here as well, and we're always looking to host events. I would put our outing program, our tournament program, against some of the tournament programs offered at your higher end private clubs for much less of a price. It's a much greater value. Very active golf course in terms of the offerings. We have a full menu offering of instruction for juniors, ladies programs, beginners programs. It's a very active league golf course. There's at least 1 league every night of the week here. We have a couple of nights where we're actually doing up to 3. We do a really good job here of making sure that no one's really turned away that wants to play golf whenever possible. Acushnet River Valley, I think, offers one of the best practice ranges, the best grass tees in this area, as well as a large full-size putting green. What I've found is that the people that play golf here, they're really looking to just enjoy themselves. They're really looking to just come out here and relax. It's a great setting, a great scene for them to do that here. We want our players, when they're coming here, to enjoy themselves fully, to be left alone on the golf course and to just enjoy golf for what it is, a fantastic game.
Well, thanks for joining us as we look at some great places to play in New England. Remember, you can follow Golf Destination 24/7 on our social media at Golf Destination, and you can also watch a bunch of past shows on our YouTube channel. And you can always follow me on my personal Instagram account at Mayor Gorman to watch my travels. We hope you enjoyed our tour of New England, and we look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Meredith Gorman for Golf Destination.
Golf Destination is brought to you in part by Goslings of Bermuda, the taste of Bermuda. The Preserve, New England's only four-season sporting community. Avidia Bank. Delta, keep climbing. Presented by Sociable, original social media programming.